Hello viewers, welcome to a new video. Today I'm continuing the La Plata Let's Play in Darkest Star Heart of Iron game Kaiserreich mod, and this is going to be the second episode. As you can see, we have experienced the Great Depression, judging by our dissent, and we're in 1936 April. So after listening to some criticism, I'll try to, of course, evolve this type of content, and of course I'll try my best as well. So in this episode I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but hey, it will be definitely interesting. So let's just continue. I have researched this technology to increase the amount of industry that I produce, so I'm going to research antibiotics now, because this increases your manpower growth, and as we know, manpower growth in Kaiserreich is a bit different compared to regular Darkest Tower. And since we got that massive dissent strike, I put all of my industry into consumer goods to slowly remove said dissent, because 14% dissent is a pretty big hit on my industry. As you can see, it takes away 5.8 points, or basically 6. Very first event, revolution in Bolivia. The rightful government of the Republic of Bolivia has been overthrown by syndicalist hands. While the president has sought asylum in La Plata, we must find a way to prevent this rebellion from spreading towards us. The military leaders have suggested increasing our presence in the border areas. So let's see what events we have. Do nothing, they can't harm us. Seems complacent and gives us one move towards Dove Lobby, which I don't like. Raise new infantry divisions in the area, which is a free infantry division but gives me dissent. And reinforce our positions in northern Argentina, which gives us forts and one towards Hawk Lobby. Well, since all of these decisions give dissent, I'm probably going to raise new infantry in the area. Why? Well, gives less dissent than this and gives an active unit that I will be able to work with. So that's nice. See, where is this? It's 1931 infantry division. That's nice. I'm going to put it as a Coast Guard instead though. So I hope that is the correct choice. Women's owned army. This is a very great event if you're social democrat or even more syndicalist, because it increases your manpower growth significantly, which you will need. And seems that Russia has been thrown into a second civil war. Usually the Reds lose this civil war under the rule of Mr. Mikhail Frunze and Nikolai Bukharin. And seems that Mr. Kornilov is in charge of Russia, so this is interesting. And it looks like the mountainous Republic of Northern Caucasus gained independence from Don Cuban Union. So I'm quite curious to see how the events in the Caucasus will develop, and the Olympics have begun. We shall attend the Olympics like every civilized nation. We'll win at least one medal. Go La Plata! Now, the wonderful part about the Olympics is that it usually decreases your dissent if you win it somewhere. So I'm going to embrace the Olympics fully, for obvious reasons. Because I need to remove that dissent quicker before I start building stuff. La Platian team wins football gold medal, of course. After a long 90 minutes of fighting with the team from the Italian Federation, La Plata has won a gold in football. It is a great time for us. Oh indeed. This feels amazing, since it removes 3% of my dissent, which makes my job significantly easier, to put it lightly. So now we are waiting for the end of the Olympics. After all, everything ends to the Olympics. The event has been a tremendous success for the host nation, and their own athletes have competed on a grand level, even won in football, so that's amazing. Industrial recovery plan. Our Ministry of Industry has come up with a plan to recover part of our industrial output. By granting huge loans to our industrialists, part of our factories will return to work. Meanwhile, our exports will be directed towards other unaffected markets. So I can choose either to go towards free market or to central planning. I'm fine with losing a little bit of money and going broke here to remove a fair bit of dissent, gain one move towards central planning, and recover a bit of my industry. Now, to be fair, I am broke right now, which will affect research quite a bit. You see they're researching at an abnormally slow speed. However, I'll get the money back very quickly because research doesn't eat up the money, and I'm also destroying dissent in the meantime, which I did set out to do. And Persia has annexed the Socialist Republic of Persia. That's nice. So I'm quite curious what happens here now. I'm guessing they might fight the Ottomans eventually, as Persia likes to do, or Turkestan, which also happens sometimes if Russia doesn't destroy them. Oh, and it seems that the Don-Cuban Union has grabbed a little bit of land off of Russia after the start of the Civil War. I guess it's to compensate the mountainous Republic of Northern Caucasus leaving. So that makes sense, I suppose. Our research is now going smoothly, as you can see by our money not being in a negative anymore, thankfully. And Delhi has annexed Afghanistan. That's quite predictable, to put it lightly, because they always win. And product standardization. And looks like Afghanistan is now their puppet. Not sure what else they expected. So let's go after mining technology, because we, as Argentina, produce quite a fair amount of resources, and this technology will only help with that. It will make us a little bit more self-sufficient. Syndicalism in Brazil. Damn. So I guess I have to... I'm gonna go broke again, though. To be fair, I don't have to. I can just fortify the area, but a free unit without eating not supplies, well, it consumes supplies, but without consuming manpower, I think that's a significantly better option, in my case here at least. So I'm going to guard the coast here as well. So I'm broke once again, but as you can see by the amount of money I'm producing, it's going to fix itself soon. And Russia has declared war upon Kazakhstan, or Alash Orda. This always ends up in Russia winning, but it's a bit confusing. They did so during a civil war, but I'm not in charge of Russia this time, so maybe this is a strategic choice by them that I cannot quite comprehend. Oh, and I have 1936 Infantry Division. Excellent. Let's start building, or rather researching artillery. So our dissent is practically gone, as you can see. And since we researched 1936 infantry, I'm going to start building a bit of militia. Why militia? Well, I'm not sure how the event chains for La Plata are going to go, so I need units quickly. Oh, Siberia has declared independence from Russia. I'm gonna look at that. So I will need to have a fair amount of units, of course, and an industry. So I'm going with a slightly mixed build up here, where I'm building both units and industry. This is not ideal, but I will wish to play it safe because I do not know the events here for La Plata. And you see this gray-brown blob in Siberia is an independent Siberia, and they're at war with Russia. I'm not really sure what Mr. Kornilov is doing here, but it can't be good if he's kind of fighting every possible country that surrounds him. Now also we're going broke again, that's nice. What am I oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm giving quite a bit away to research. But to be fair, this person yeah, is kind of decreasing my money production, but what can he do? Hypothetically, this person would have been a better minister, but he also gives consumer goods need minus 20%, which would mean that I would still kind of become broke for obvious reasons. So these two ministers are amazing because they give manpower growth. And Argentina is at peace right now. Oh, sorry, I meant La Plata. It's going to be November 1st now, and maybe we can speed up the game because nothing really interesting is happening. Well, at least nothing new is happening that is interesting. You can only check out the Russian civil war here, where the Reds are just pushed to Petrograd or Leningrad, however you want to refer to it, and the Russian army is kind of just bogged down against Central Asia and Siberia. They're probably not going to win this, if I'll be honest. Siberia and Alash Orda are too weak by themselves. And Mongolia has annexed Sibey Langma, I believe, which was quite expected. So either now Mongolia is going to reform their empire, or they're going to just stay neutral. So right now let's research logistics. Why? Well, why not, honestly? We're going to do conquering eventually, and having better logistics is good. Plus it decreases my attrition. Yeah, both of these technologies decrease attrition, so this is kind of one of those technologies that you just want to get done once and for all with, so you don't have to come back to it. And it will give quite a fair bit of benefit in the long run. Plus, you can't really lose manpower to attrition because we all have limited manpower here in Kaiserreich. So, yeah. Okay. Ooh, what's this? AOG has declared war upon the legation cities. Fascinating. It looks like German China is going to expand, but they'll never be able to take them because they never land in Shanghai. So the war is gonna go on forever. So my first militia division has been constructed, and I'm going to line them up against Chile. Why? I don't know if they're going to fight me or not, so it's better to just, protect myself. So since this resource gathering technology has been researched, I'm going after basic computing machine, because that gives me a pretty good research modifier to work with. What does research modifier do? Well, it makes it so that so that my technology research is significantly quicker. And terrorist attack in Montevideo. Tragedy struck our Uruguayan Republic as a bomb exploded in a police station in downtown Montevideo, killing 5 policemen and 4 civilians and injuring dozens of others. Intelligence data reports that this may be an active anti-Platinian separatist group. I think maybe investigating here will be a better idea, or at least a more interesting one at minimum, because this does give some hints due to the fact that Uruguay might break away from me during an eventual war with South America, which I, to be fair, do not want to happen at all. So I'm going to investigate this crap that they're doing here and shut it down. Amazing. I'm researching more and more artillery, and Korea rose up from Japan, which usually never ends well. Countries just pour the supplies into Korea, and yeah, those supplies go to waste, it seems. Oh, wait a second. It looks like Austria is fighting to maintain their empire. They're at war with Hungary and Italy right now, thankfully only with them for now, and I think they're going to have difficulties fighting on a 2-front war and Poland annexed Galicia. Yeah, they're fighting Poland as well, who is in an alliance with Hungary, and they're fighting Montenegro, so they're really biting off a lot here, and I'm not quite sure if they will win, but if they manage to knock out either one country out of the war quickly, then they will definitely win. Oh darn, so much stuff is going on here. It looks like the syndicalists and the unionists and the Pacific states have risen up from the legitimate government of the United States of America, I'd say, and America is in a full-blown civil war right now, so that's fun, I suppose. Of course, the US declares war upon the Pacific states for obvious reasons. And as you can see here, America... Ooh, what? German aid! Our German friends have sent some assistance to maintain our hegemonic position in South America. Interesting. Well, that's nice. An Uruguayan separatist group uncovered. A security service have uncovered terrorist group in Rivera on the Uruguay-Brazil border, who is believed to be linked to a January attack in Montevideo. The 12 men and women will be charged for multiple murders, conspiracy, and high treason. Well, good, I guess. Alright, now that 3 industry has been built, I'm going to build even more industry. And Austria has annexed Croatia. They're doing acceptably well, I suppose. They are, however, losing to Italy, and the Hungarian front is... oh no, they're fighting alone. This is not good at all for them. And Romania is fighting Poland plus Hungary. This is a very, very interesting Danubian civil war, if you can call it that. Okay, now that we have slightly better logistics, let's go after agri-chemistry, since the year is... well, since the year basically allows it, and... well, why not? It's just a free industrial modifier, plus I produce more supplies, which is always nice. Okay, into Warfield Arty. Let's build even better artillery. Right, I should probably send these guys to upgrade, because I have produced new artillery models. And I'm converting militia to infantry because, well, I have the time to, and, well, why not, honestly. Infantry are significantly better fighting units than militia, and I just need units out quickly right now, which I will work upon when the time is right. And it looks like the oh, 1 second. Spanish immigrants come to La Plata. To escape the civil war raging the Iberian Peninsula, immigrants from Spain have fled to Latin America. Well, that's nice. Get some free manpower and a bit of dissent, but who cares? So, the mountainous Republic of North Caucasus is fighting Georgia, who is ruled by Grigol Orджоникидзе and Lavrenti Beria. Yeah, they know they're likely going to lose here. This civil war is just a complete mess, as you can see here. And the Spanish Civil War has started, where syndicalists, Carlists, and the Kingdom of Spain are fighting each other. Quite curious to see who's going to come out on top, but that's for a bit of another time. And North America, well, the front is messy, and seems that Huey Long is doing acceptably well, while the CSA is being crumpled in areas. Oh wait, it seems that the AOG has annexed delegation cities, so they did do an air landing. Impressive. I guess the German dominance in China is just growing, so good for them. But another militia division has been trained up, and I'm going to upgrade them into infantry. So, okay, I have gotten improved Wall Creek hospital system, which is always nice. So let's get early hospital system, just to get out of the way, honestly. Oh, and they released them as a puppet anyway. What was the point of that? They didn't release them as a puppet, they just released them. What are you doing, German China? Have you been smoking too much of that there opium? Ugh. And the Russian Civil War is... Looks like Kornilov probably got ousted for stupid stuff that he did, and Mr. Dmitry Pavlovich Romanov in charge now with Pyotr Rangel. Interesting. Well, looks like Russia is doing better than I thought, so nice. It's gonna be insane if Italy reaches Vienna here, because it seems to be looking like that. And a plan of agriculture. The large cattle and grains farms of Argentina form a cornerstone of Platinian economy. However, they still haven't fully recovered from the effects of the Berlin crisis. Our Minister of Agriculture has developed a plan to increase food output. So we can either say we were broke or help it out. I mean, to be fair, 2% supplies production efficiency is strong. And it reduces my dissent too. So nice. And the grain area of the world. Argentina gained the nickname grain area of the world because the large amounts of wheat exported to Europe and the rest of America. The government has come into some fire for this, many believe. What's made in La Plata should stay in La Plata for the people of La Plata, not the Europeans who are thousands of miles away. Let's see here. We can either continue to export or just give everyone the middle finger. I do get that. Well, no, I don't need these blueprints. Oh, why not? Let's just go more towards central planning. I don't really think I'm at a point where that will hurt me much. And plus I didn't want a dissent as well. And Japan has declared war upon Mongolia, so that's epic. Mr. Steinberg is going to die against the Japanese. There's just no way he's going to win in a war against them, since Japan is a very strong nation. It just outnumbers his infantry 4-1 basically, plus has puppets in the form of Fengtian Republic and the buff Chanzamur that stole some Russian Pacific coasts from Russia once the Civil War has ignited. And tensions about Sucre. And above the Virreinato de Rio de la Plata and the Provincias Unidas and Sudamerica, the Sucre region was under the control of Buenos Aires. As La Plata is seen by our politicians as a renewal of those two previous entities. Pressure has been increasing for demanding the Gran Chaco from the Bolivians. What shall we do? We get a free core, and we can bully Bolivia. Or we can just kind of, not leave them alone. But they're filthy Cindies, so let's just bully them. Bolivia refuses to give Santa Cruz. The foolish Bolivians have sent a message bluntly saying, we don't even give an inch to you. Well, to be fair, it is one hell of a province, as it has industry and a lot of rare materials here being produced, so I can understand them not wanting to give up such a province. However, in the near future that shall change. And China's annexed Xinjiang Tango. Yeah, Japan's fighting Mongolia, and Alash Horde is fighting Turkestan, so they're in a bit of a pickle here. And I get free market stimulates research. That's nice. I get a free dissent reduction and some research speed increase, which is always welcome. So yeah, I'm not researching anything, should probably fix that. So for my Spanish viewers, if I butcher any province names, I'm sorry, but to be fair, what did you expect? I don't really know Spanish at all. I'm not going to pretend that I do. Okay, basic computing machine, excellent. Some extra research speed. I'm also producing a little bit of oil, but I do not think that it's the worth to research the oil extraction technology yet. So instead, what I'm going to do now is go for tanks, because why not, honestly. Tanks are a very, very powerful entity in this game, so getting them will be very useful, to put it lightly. We're maintaining a pretty good economy here, producing units and industry at the same time. As I said, I'm going after a balanced approach because I do not know the events in this mod as well. So playing safe wall is a bit of a boring move, it's also a smart move. And since this is a tutorial of sorts, I'm gonna have to advise everyone on what to do approximately. So I'm going to choose this guy with 3 specialties because he's probably a bit better than the dude with 2 specialties despite being 1 level lower in skill. And Mr. Lavrenti Beria has annexed northern Caucasus, which is not a surprise at all, but he lost his capital in the process, as you can see here, by the destroyed industry and infrastructure, which is very strange, to put it lightly. I have some free industry here, but I'm probably going to put more industry into production of units once another batch of my IC gets built. So that's on the menu. Which will also be quite soon. Also, do I have any new politicians? Oh, ministers are there. Nope, and this guy is horrible because he just decreases the IC that I have and the supplies and resource production. Oh, down. I have quite a bit of free IC. Well, I guess I'm just going to use it to stockpile money now. And while we're at it, we might as well reinforce our north a little bit, because those Brazilians or Bolivians could strike at any moment. I like to oh, it started raining for me. I wonder if everyone can hear that. So yes, I'm going to start slowly reinforcing the north now, because as I'd say, while the front against Chile is the equivalent of a wet blanket against a bullet, it will give me ample time to react against them. So it's definitely better than nothing. Okay. Oh, okay. Germany has declared war upon Lithuania for very interesting reasons. I'm going to start building another batch of militia with arty. Why am I giving militia arty? Well, if I was a manpower-rich country, I would just build infantry or militia, but since manpower, as I've said, in Kaiserreich is limited, it's better to give my units some sort of brigades, or rather attachments, to make them more powerful. So, manpower per manpower cost, my divisions are significantly stronger with artillery. Plus, as you can see here, they have less vulnerability overall, and they have more soft attack, hard attack, even but they do have a bit less maximum speed and consume a bit more supplies, but I'd say that's a very worthwhile trade-off. So I'm going to end this video here for now. Just to say, if you have any more questions or criticism, I'll be happy to hear it. And I'll see everyone in whatever else I plan on doing. Goodbye.